Hi guys, this is Steve Bellardo, 1665, sir. Just put some numbers together. Just wanted to share this with you. Don't know what everybody's thinking right now, but hopefully this will be helpful. Obviously, our goals for the beta house, would preserve, protect, and then we got to improve Theta Delta, get ready for the comeback. And we are semi-running a business, so we got to maximize our income. Theta Delta occupants, I projected stuff like I did some research and shopping around. I'm thinking 10 months, 2 semesters, we could probably go more than this. But talking to competition and things, single rooms are going for about $500 a month, and most of them plus utilities. Double rooms, maybe we get $375. We might want to consider furnishing some rooms. There's a lot of foreign exchange students that come here that are they don't have furniture. We probably don't want to furnish. We'd probably charge maybe $50 a month. And I priced out some hotels and things, liquidation. We can furnish a room for under $200. A double room would probably be about $300 because we need 2 desks and a bunk bed. Also, the parking passes, we have 44 spots right now, and I think $50 a month is reasonable. Some gals came over from across the street and talked to me on Friday wondering what was going to happen here, and she indicated they pay $500 a month, or $500 a year, I'm sorry, for the spaces here, so $50 a month is reasonable. And actually the 44, there's 8 more spots that we could wring out of it if we numbered off the basketball court, and then there's 3 or 4 other spots that are kind of wasted space. But we could probably get easily another 8 spots out of this, and I would suggest that we number the spots so that everybody has their own spot. It'd be much easier to maintain tow if somebody's in the wrong spot. It seems to be what most of the other places have done on campus. I actually put together a site. We haven't really done much with it, but it's called GreekParking.org. And believe it or not, we make some pretty good money at football parking. Not only this, I think it's really good PR. There's about 10 to 15 regulars that come back all the time. A lot of alumni come back, and they like coming into their house and showing it off. And it's not only is it profitable, but it's really pretty fun. We get $10 to $20 a spot. I try to get $20. Sometimes if it's soft, I'll lower it to 10 to get stuff going. But we have, again, 44 spots. I got the lawn. I can really park about 60 cars. So these numbers are probably very conservative. We charge $15 a spot, 30 spots, $450. Maybe tell our occupants you have to move your car, or it's $10 a spot for you, or we might even pay them to move, which would be, say, 20 spots. So game day income conservatively would be about $650. We have 7 games, so $45.50. The expenses, I'd suggest 20% of gross. I usually pay myself $100 to $150, and sometimes I'll have a helper to get me started. Usually buy some beverages, non-alcoholic, and we get pop and hot dogs on the front porch and make it kind of a neat thing. So it's be about over $3,200, I think, conservatively, football season. And again, it's kind of a positive PR thing. I projected, like, if we manage it ourselves, I know our alternatives are turn over the university, manage ourselves, manage it, or just close it down, maybe just rent it. But I think our rental income, and this is a fairly conservative figure, I think it would be about $155,000. That's based on 10 months. Football income is about $3,200, so we should have income of at least $158,000 a year. Ohio State estimated like about 145,900, about 146,000. They thought we could get 23 doubles at about 27.90 and two singles about 25.05. I think that's aggressive on the doubles. I think most people are going to want singles, but according to this, we make $200 more on a double. If you look at my spreadsheet, it's a lot more than that. If we could do these numbers, it would be pretty amazing. Okay, I want to go over the expenses. According to the university, I think we presented them stuff. Our knowns, we have $21,000 a year in taxes. Insurance is about $8,000. That would vary if we close it down or do whatever. They have a collection fee OSU of $500, and our telephones and internet appear to be about $6,100 a year. Cable TV is about $4,000. OSU budgeted $6,300 and $4,100. And being self-managed, I'm going off of OSU's numbers, which were a little bit higher. So it looks like our expenses are all about in line, a little under $40,000 is kind of our fixed expenses. And again, our total extras, which is the cable and TV, is about $10,000 a year. And I want to kind of address that a little bit later. Big expense, obviously, is utilities. I was actually a little surprised. I thought it would be higher than this. But we're looking in the low 20s, what we paid before, what OSU budgeted. And again, I would project, I'll just go with what OSU thinks. So, we're in the low 20s on utilities a year. And I want the expenses, it's more maintenance and things. The maintenance and painting, I guess our last year was $37,537. A lot of that I imagine is capital expenses. Depending on what we're going to do, that probably seems in line. Depending on again what we're going to do, I don't think we can cut out too much. And I think some of this, as I'm looking at it, we might have put different things in different columns. They have pest control about $800, which I know we do that. We probably put it under maintenance. Waste removals, $2,000. Groundskeeping is $2,500. I really think, it would only be about $100 a month for groundskeeping. I know they pay me about $20 a week. So it's, especially if it's somebody in the house here that can just go out and cut the grass, we could easily save $1,500 there. Snow removal about the same. Obviously we had a mild winter, but mostly it's just salting things down. I don't know if they ever plowed anything. I know Mongo bought a snow blower, which I'd love to buy back from him, and that would take care of the sidewalks and things. Carpet cleaning is about $1,500. I guess we presented them with that. We might even want to consider getting one of those rug doctors. Just be kind of a nice little thing to have. Housekeeping and supplies. It's kind of a big deal, and I think this again looks like we probably put money into something that was somewhere else. Ours is pretty high at $2,700. OSU budget $14,000. Quite frankly, I think it'd be done for about $3,500. I know right now we pay $200 a week for house cleaning, and I've attached a schedule that I gave the guys last fall when we didn't have pledges, and it takes about a little under an hour a day for general maintenance and about 3 or 4 hours a week for weekly services. I've attached a little spreadsheet on that, but I think $200 a week, plus having to pay for the supplies, toilet paper, and that. I think all of these are pretty high. We can do it a lot less expensively. Again, especially if somebody's in the house, can just go take care of it on a morning basis. We've got the resident and OSU expenses. And they said the resident advisor, they paid, I guess we have $7,000. I think they don't pay me that, but I think we have other advisors that they pay. So we're saying self-managed, about the same thing. Obviously, the OSU budget, they put benefits, OSU management fee, student life fee of $7,600. I'm not sure what that is, and I'm not sure if we would still have to pay that. But obviously, I would think we'd get rid of that. Miscellaneous, they just run $2,500. University overhead, $6,000. So I think these are probably high, and I'm confident we can save on all this. If we're self-managed, we're going to have some miscellaneous expenses, getting started especially. Some of them are going to be reoccurring. Some of them will be a one-time expense. Like a management fee, ordinarily a management company would charge 5 to 10% of gross. So whoever manages, rents this place, again, it could be an in-house manager here, 5% gross would be about $7,000. Marketing fees, I'd highly suggest. I went and talked to off-campus housing. They were actually pretty excited about the opportunity here and what we had to offer. But that's $450 a year to advertise with them. And if we do this, we need to probably get hustling ASAP. We need to get some kind of sign up front, which would cost maybe $100 at most. This web management, I'm not sure if anybody would really want to do this, but I would highly suggest we pay somebody, even somebody here, $100 a month to manage our web. Right now I know Jared does it, but especially with what's going to be going on in the next couple of years, I think we're going to have to increase communication with everybody to kind of get the stage set for coming back in a year and a half. And so we might want to pay somebody to kind of just keep all the communication up to speed. Furniture, if we decided to furnish rooms, again, it would be about $200 a room through this hotel liquidation. Single room would be about $200. So if we figured 4, it'd be $800. But we would recoup that if we charge $50 more. We would recoup that in 4 months. Double furniture, to do that, we'd have to buy a bunk bed and 2 desks, so it would probably be about $300. That could be, if we had 10 doubles, which would be great, which I don't even think I figured that, would be about $3,000. This is kind of an important thing, the ranges, the competition. People do have, many of them have open kitchens, especially the Ohio Stater, and I've attached a flyer about the Ohio Stater on High Street. I looked at their kitchen, and they had 3 ranges with hoods above them, and just kind of an open kitchen. It was kind of self-policed, but they were at least there. We could easily remove the gas range temporarily, and put 3 gas ranges under the hood that we have, and give people access to the kitchen. Obviously lock most everything up, but they'd be able to use pots and pans, hopefully police themselves. These other things, a ping pong table, you can pick up one on Craigslist for a couple $100. It is kind of nice to have. We might even consider getting a treadmill. A new website. I talked to my gal who does my websites, and we looked at the Affinity website. I don't know what we pay there, but I think we could replicate, pretty much clone something like that for under $1,000. I have the software and things that we could do as many email blasts as we want with no extra cost. I have the software and everything to do that, so it might be something really to look into. And I know we've discussed the surveillance system, which I think is really important, especially opening this up to the public. I think we're under $5,000. We've had several different bids all over the board, but I think that would be really important to be able to monitor, not look up everybody's rump all the time, but at least be able to play something back if something does happen. I think it's, even moving forward, that would be a fantastic thing. So our total expenses, adding everything up, we're looking, $135,000 to $145,000. What we pay now, OSU's looking at $145,000. I think self-managed we'd be about 136, and out of that, two of those expenses are kind of one-time costs, particularly the buying the security system and all that. So I think we can save a lot and really keep control of the house. Just some cost savings things. Just looking, now I'm just getting into general stuff. We could probably get rid of the phone lines. I think we pay like $80 a month. I don't know if we need that for the security system or anything else, but the phone never rings unless somebody's selling something. And I think it rings in Stacy's in the kitchen also, and obviously she probably won't be around here to take care of that, so we can get rid of that. Um, those runners that we have in all the hallways, I mean, we get rid of that. Either we could consider even carpeting, which is what some of the competition's done, or just buy some of those and we could just vacuum them once in a while. But they're really seldom trash, and I don't know what we pay for that, but I think it's probably an overkill. Again, if we had our own website, we could cancel Affinity and host our own site. I have a hosting site that I can do it for nothing. The big important thing are the utilities. Most of our competition, they charge a flat fee and then they split the utilities. I think that's what we've been doing with these guys. But at 28 residents, at what we're paying for utilities, internet, cable, will be at about $115 extra if we say that that's on top of it, which is bottom line dollars if we can market it correctly. So really, in a nutshell, I mean, self-managed or OSU, I think with the numbers that they gave, we'd lose like 109 or $1,900. Self-managed, I think easily. And again, this is, I think, conservative numbers, $21,000 a year. And a lot of that's the initial expenses. So it would be about $33,000. If we can get the utility split, I think we'd be looking at 54 to under $70,000 a year profit. And again, I think there's a lot of other ways to increase revenue. Just some different considerations. We might want to paint the rooms. Labor material we can get done for under $200 a room. Security is an issue, and if we get the security systems, I think that would be important. We might want to consider removing the outside locks so people can't really come in from outside. Obviously keep the fire escape safe, but really try to monitor as much as we can traffic coming in through the front and back door. And then and I don't know if we have to sanitize this place from beta memorabilia, but it'd be nice to just keep things the way they are. It's just alumni come back, and to save a little face, we can say we're just going through a little rough time. We're regrouping, and just not have to take all this stuff down. The kitchen, again, the competition has many of them have a common kitchen, and we could easily police that ourselves and not be responsible. Just two or three ranges would take care of that. We'll have to address individual, like a micro fridge and window air conditioning. We have a prime location. We have terrific amenities. I mean, people spent millions, and we have great common areas. I went over the Phi-Sci house, which from the outside is gorgeous the other day, and inside, I'll tell you, they don't touch us. I mean, it's a lot more open here. Rooms are better. Just looking around, it's kind of amazing, really, how awesome of a place we have, and I hope that we can keep going, and that's it. And we will eventually regroup in the four-man. And I will say a lot of this stuff can be done with very little effort from the house corp or members. I mean, somebody, I know it's self-serving like myself, could pretty much take care of all this and just report as necessary. There's tremendous opportunity to make this place even better. The guys here are good guys, and it's really a shame that Trent was our friend and they did dumb stuff and didn't listen. But 95% of them were, what I would consider definite beta material, and it's a shame. So let me know what you think. My number is 866-607-5699. Or you can email me at info@lotsofpeoples.com. So go get them, guys.